Hello everyone, it's Martha here with you. Welcome to day 2 of my holiday series. So today we are doing a super fun project. We are going to be making a Christmas banner, a photo banner, and then my idea was that once the season is over and you are taking down your Christmas decor, you can turn that same banner into a mini album, which is what this is. But you will have seen some pictures of the banner. At the beginning of the video, and then once the video starts, we're going to start by creating the banner, and then we are going to create the mini album. So I really love this project. I think it's really cool, and so I'm going to show you the album. It's a pretty simple album once it goes together, but I think it's really cute. I used the Photo Play. Let me see if I can dig it up. It's one of the collections that I showed you guys that I was going to be working with when I did the walkthrough video of the things I was going to be using for my Christmas series. So it's called Kringle & Co. And that's the collection that I used to create the little album / banner. So all of the pages have a pull-out insert that you can put your photos right onto, just like this. So this is the front and the back, and it has a little ribbon closure, so it opens like this. And then this is the inside front cover, so you can put some photos there. And then that is one of the pages, again with the insert that comes out. And then we go to the back of that page, and again there's a space for photos, and you can put photos on the back of the insert. Then there is the next page. Again, that comes out for photos. And then the back of that page. And then the next page. That comes out. And then the back of that page. And then this is the back of the book. And that comes out as well. So all the inserts come out, and then the back of the album. So I really love this. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial, and here we go. All right guys, so let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is create the little banner pocket pieces. Okay, so you're going to start with a sheet of your cardstock. I'm using 65-pound white cardstock here, and it measures 10.5 by 8.25. On the 8.25 side, I'm going to score it 1/2 inch, flip it in the scoreboard, and score it 1/2 inch. On the 10.5 side, I'm just going to score at 5.25. Okay, and I'm going to grab my scissors, and we are going to cut out this section here on either side. It doesn't matter which side you use. Okay, so I'm going to come in diagonally like this on this side, and then I'm going to flip this, and I'm going to cut out that section right along the score mark, just like this. And then the same thing here, come in diagonally and cut out that score mark. Just like this. Okay, so now what we need to do is on this section here, we are going to create our opening. Okay, so we need our ruler and a pencil to begin with, and I am going to mark in with my ruler. I'm going to mark in on all 4 sides. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to mark in at 1 inch and 1 inch on both sides, okay? Then you can go down along this score line here and do the same thing, marking at 1 inch and 1 inch. Then the same thing here. And then the same thing on this side. So you should have 8 tick marks going all the way around. Then you're going to take your ruler and connect all 8 of your tick marks. If you have a die that you would like to use to cut out this centerpiece, you certainly can. But I like to show you guys a lot of the time. Sometimes I have fun playing with dies too, but a lot of the time I like to show you guys how to do these things if you don't have, you know, specialty dies or punches or anything like that. All right, so now I'm going to grab something I can cut on, and I just use an old die cutting plate. And I'm going to get my craft knife and a ruler, and I am going to cut just this square out. So these sections here, don't cut those, okay? We're just cutting from this point to this point. So align your marks. And cut. Just like this. All the way around. So just align them. And cut. It's actually quite therapeutic, I think. All right, so depending on your craft knife, you might have to go a couple more passes than I did, but I actually prefer to use, you know, these like the larger craft knives you can get from the hardware store. They work better. All right, so let's leave this piece like this for now. And now I've got a piece of the pattern paper that measures 5 by 7. And I've done the same thing as I did here, except instead of marking in 1 inch, I marked in 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides, okay? So I marked in 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, and on the bottom the same thing, and then I connected those lines. So now we're going to cut out this center the same way. Cut that out, and now we just need to erase the extra marks here on this. All right, and so with this one, we don't need to erase the extra marks because we're going to put this towards the inside of the book. Okay, so you can add acetate to this if you want to. You can add a piece of acetate here. I would do probably the same size as this, so 5 by 7. I don't want to glare on my banner, so I'm not going to put acetate on mine, but you can, and like I said, it would measure 5 by 7. All right, so I'm going to bend these score lines in. Just like this, and burnish them. And then I'm going to bring this one up. And as you bring it up, just make sure that it aligns with your sides, okay? And give it a good burnish. All right, now I'm going to add some tape to these sides here. You can definitely use glue if you'd rather, but my art glitter glue is out of commission right now, so I am using these. So I'm using some tape, and this is 1/4 inch, so I'm using 2 strips, but if you have the 3/8 score tape, that's perfect. Just like this, and then you can burnish your tape. All right, now I'm going to take off the tape off of one side of my little piece here. And I'm going to bring up this side, so the piece that still has tape, and kind of just put my finger between these. And then once I have it aligned over here, and then I will press down on this side, okay? And then you can remove the tape backing from this side. Try to keep it up until you're ready to put it down. Again, if you're wanting to add acetate, make sure you do it before you close it down, okay? Now we're gonna take our pattern paper piece and glue this on here. So just get your glue on there, and it should mat perfectly into there. Just align it so you have an even border on the inside and the outside. Just take your time with it. All right. All right, guys, so I've gone ahead and made my other 4 banner pieces, and you're gonna do the exact same thing to create your other 4 pieces. So we're going to make the little insert to go inside of there. So I have a piece of my black cardstock that is 5.5 by 7. And then I have a piece of my white cardstock that is 5 1/4 by 6 3/4. And I'm just going to use my little camera stamp here. And I'm just using some black ink. And I'm just going to stamp right in the center of that. And then I'm going to glue it together with my black piece. So just glue it so that it has a nice even border on all 4 sides. All right, and then that is going to go right into our pocket. So now we have our 5 inserts. I took some of the stickers from the sticker sheet from the Kringle & Co. collection, and I just backed them on white cardstock. So I just stuck them onto white cardstock, And then I just trimmed around them, just leaving a little border of white around them, okay? So what I want to do, how I want to arrange mine, is I want to go with a black print and then a red print. And then this one, because it's kind of more neutral. And then again, a black print and a red print in between, or sorry, at the other end. So, all right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and with these ones that I've cut out, I'm gonna place them kind of all over my banner pieces. But I'm gonna be careful when I stick them down to only stick them to the frame, okay? So don't stick them to the inside here, because then it'll close that up. Okay, so I've gone ahead and attached a few of the little elements to each one, and I have these left still, but we can always use these once we do the album portion of this. So like I said, mine's gonna go like this, and then this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so now I have some ribbon here, and this is just some, I guess it kind of maybe feels like polyester. It's like just nice smooth red ribbon. It's, I think, about 3/4 of an inch wide. Looks about that, or 7/8. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to leave myself a bit here, probably a foot, I would say, on this edge, so I can, you know, hang my banner. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it on the back of my pocket here, because I don't want to permanently attach the ribbon, because we're going to turn this into an album after. So I've got some little gold paper clips here. I think I'm going to clip mine so you can see it, because I think that looks cute. And then I'm going to pull my ribbon pretty tight and do the same thing on this side. And then I'm going to leave, I would say, about an inch between them. About like this. When I'm clipping them, but make sure you keep your pattern. But that's what's awesome about it, is I guess you can always switch it out if you put it in the wrong place. So yeah, leave about an inch, and then we'll clip this one on, and then just keep going till you have all your banner pieces attached. so I have all of my banner pieces attached. I obviously can't show you the whole thing here, so I'm going to insert some pictures here of it. All right, guys, so that is the banner. So let's say it's the end of the season and you're taking your Christmas decor down and you want to make this into a little mini album. So let's take off all of these paper clips. Just like this, nothing's attached, so it's easy peasy. And we'll put this ribbon aside because we're going to use it for the closure later. All right, so we have got our banner pieces that are now going to become our pages. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get a piece of our lightweight cardstock. So this is 65-pound cardstock that measures 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. And on the 1 1/4 side, I scored it at 1/2 inch, flipped it in the scoreboard, and scored it again at 1/2 inch. Then I attached score tape to 1/2 inch section on this side and then 1/2 inch section on this side. And then I just mitered from the score line out so that it hides construction. So I'm going to start on the back of my Ho 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 piece. And I'm going to line this up with the score line going right along my hinge here. So I'm just going to remove a little bit, not my hinge, my edge. I'm going to remove a little bit of the score tape, line it up, and just make sure it's going right along there till you get to the bottom, just like this. All right, then your next page is going to get attached along this side here, okay? So remove the backing and just line it up. Like this. So then these two are attached, but there is a 1/4 inch gusset, okay? So then we're gonna do the same thing for the next page. All right, so now we have them all attached together and it's looking super cute. So now our banner has become a little mini album. All right, now just to give our spine some strength, I have a piece of 110-pound white cardstock here that is 5 1/4 by 1. And then on my spine pieces here, my little 1/4" sections, I've attached score tape to all of those, and I've already removed the backing. And now I'm just gonna place this on here, nice and carefully. Just like this. Like I said, just to give this spine some strength. So we can burnish from the top here. And then you can also burnish from the inside here, so that it stays on really well, just like this. All right, so our spine is nice and covered. All right, now to do a little closure here, which it doesn't really need much of one, but I think it's just gonna look really cute. We're gonna put on the inside front cover here, we are going to put a little bit of tape in the center here, and then just remove the backing of it. Just like that. And then just put a little bit of our ribbon here. And then we'll bring it around to the back of the album and attach it here. And I'm going to leave myself a bit for a bow, and I can always cut it off if I need to. Just like this. And then we can just cut this in half and create a cute little bow. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish matting the back and the backs of our photo pieces. I'm gonna finish matting the back of these. But you guys will have seen that in the beginning of the video. So I am very excited for this little tutorial. I absolutely love it. And I very much hope you guys love it as much as I do. So if you decide to create this, I would love for you to pop into the Create with Martha Tucker Facebook group and show us all over there your interpretation of it. And thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.